Did you know that Abraham Lincoln was a wrestling champ, a terrible student, and once gave people a speech that lasted less than 2 minutes, and people hated it at the time? Yeah, Honest Abe was not what you'd expect from the guy who saved the country. Let's talk about the tall, awkward genius with a beard so powerful it practically ended slavery. Lincoln was born in a one-room log cabin in Kentucky in 1809. That's right, before video games, before electricity, before pants that fit properly. He barely went to school, maybe 1 year total, but he loved books. He taught himself everything, using a candle on wood planks after doing chores all day. Basically, Lincoln was the main character in a sad Netflix farm show.
And you get tired doing one load of laundry.
As a teen, Lincoln worked as a rail splitter, shopkeeper, postmaster, flatboat navigator, and he was an undefeated local wrestler. He won 299 out of 300 matches. That's better than Roman Reigns. Eventually, he became a lawyer, just by reading law books on his own. No law school, no degree, just vibes. He was tall, lanky, and weird, but also smart, funny, and super honest. People started calling him Honest Abe, which is wild because politicians today are called other things. Lincoln got into politics and gave big speeches about how slavery was wrong. But he lost. Then he lost again. And then he became president in 1860. And the South was like, nope, we're out. They broke away and started the Civil War. Lincoln didn't want war. He just didn't want slavery to keep spreading.
And then he realized he had to take a stand.
Yup. And that's when things got epic! Lincoln led the North, the Union, for America's deadliest war, and in 1863, he wrote the Emancipation Proclamation, which said enslaved people in the South were now free. It didn't fix everything, but it was a huge deal, and it sent a message. This war was about freedom now.
And he knew it would cost him everything.
I know, it did, but we'll get there. Later that year, Lincoln gave his most famous speech, the Gettysburg Address. It was only 272 words and took 2 minutes. People thought it was too short. Some newspapers didn't even print it. Now, it's one of the most quoted speeches in the world. So the next time your teacher says your paragraph is too short, just say, tell that to Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was re-elected in 1864, which was a huge deal if he wanted to win the war. The North was winning and slavery was almost done, so he pushed Congress to pass the 13th Amendment to ban slavery forever. It finally passed in early 1865. He was like, we did it! And 5 days later, the war ended. Shortly after, Lincoln went to a play with his wife, Mary Todd Lincoln. And that night, an actor named John Wilkes Booth shot him. He became the first U.S. president ever assassinated, and people across the country bawled. Some towns even built statues before they finished crying.
Unfortunately, he didn't live to see the country rebuild, but he did change it forever.
Today, Lincoln is on money, statues, t-shirts, among other things. But more importantly, he ended slavery. He kept the country together. He believed in fairness, freedom, and weird hats. And he never gave up, even when people told him to quit. He wasn't loud, he wasn't flashy, but he was strong where it mattered.
He made honesty cool and kindness powerful.
So the next time someone tells you one person can't change the world, remember Abe Lincoln, log cabin kid to president to freedom legend. Subscribe or I send Abe Lincoln's ghost to fact check your homework. Also, 7 snacks ago, we promised Harambe a like.